Hi, today I'd like to talk about the Dell Precision 5810. It's a really nice workstation, but there is one issue that might cause some problems in your budget build. So if you're doing a budget build, you're trying to save money. So you want to make sure of a few things, and so I'm going to point those out for you. One is there are 8 DIMMs, so 4 under this memory cooler and 4 under this memory cooler. If you're going to have 8 DIMMs in there, you have to make sure the system you buy has the memory coolers. I've seen these where for whatever reason the memory coolers aren't in there anymore. That could be a problem, so make sure you have those. Another problem is the system includes 3 different power supplies. So let's take a look at the case. So you got the power supply here, but this power supply actually has no cables coming off of it. You can pull it out and it has a board here. And let's take a look at that real quick. There's a little button right here. You just push that and you pull this out. And here, let me switch to another camera. Here you can see this is the power board. So the 6 pins for a graphics card plug into the power board here, as do the motherboard and everything else. So this is a 685 watt power supply in this system, and that 685 watt power supply is plenty for any GPU, okay, almost any GPU that you would want to use with this system. Now, the reason I say that is most GPUs that would use more power than that are either going to be like really, really old, or they're going to be CPU bound. So not much use. If you're going to do video editing, maybe a super powerful or older GPU might be for you. If that's the case, make sure you get the 825 watt system, and then you'll be fine. But the 685 watt system is going to be good for most of you. What I don't know, because I haven't had one of them, is whether the 425 watt system comes with the 6 pins. I'm not sure. It probably still has the connection on the board, but I wouldn't use it for more than like maybe a GTX 1060. Any more than that, you'll probably start taxing the card a little bit. I mean, the power supply too much. So I would not recommend that. But for this particular system with the 685 watts, you can do just about anything. So a couple points with this system. One, as I mentioned, make sure you have the memory coolers. If you're ever going to add more than 4 sticks of memory, you have to have those memory coolers or the memory's going to get hot. 8 memory modules, that's a lot. So the second thing is the power supply. If your budget build is just for like doing, you know, office work and stuff like that, you're not going to play games, you're not going to be doing videos, video rendering, things like that, by all means get the 425 watt. It's not going to be a problem. A 425 watt will handle like say a 1050 Ti or something like that, 750 Ti, 1050 Ti, those kind of older GTXs that don't require power. You're not going to have any problem. Anything that doesn't require power would fit in that system without any problem. So if you're going to go beyond that, even a GTX 1060, I would just, to be safe, go ahead and get to 625 watts or 685 watt system. You're probably going to get it for about, if not the same price. So it's better just to go ahead and do that. So those are 2 points I wanted to make. Hopefully this is going to save you some money and prevent headaches. Make sure that you get a system that is compatible with your goals for that system, so you don't end up having to find a couple memory coolers. They're not cheap. It's just a plastic housing. but they're not that cheap. You're going to pay a little bit for those. And if you have to get the new power supply, there you go. Now you're out 60 to $100 for those two things, and your budget build isn't a budget build anymore. So that could have been your graphics card right there. You could have got a 1060 or a 1050 Ti or something like that with that money. So keep that in mind. Hope we prevented you from making a mistake. And if you like this video, share it. Give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.